the non-volatile Raoult's law for non-volatile solutes. Let us see that one. So you write Raoult's law. Wait. Let me take the pen. Okay. The background is black. Okay. Now, the relation between relative lowering of vapor pressure and the mole fraction of the non-volatile solute. And that relation is known as Raoult's law for non-volatile solutes. So we can write, you write, Raoult's law, you write, Raoult's law for non-volatile, non-volatile, non-volatile solutes. Non-volatile solutes. Say a solution of a non-volatile solute. Solution of a non-volatile solute in a volatile solvent. The relation is this. Relative lowering of vapor pressure is equal to mole fraction of the non-volatile solute. That is the relation. So right, relative lowering, we can write relative lowering of vapor pressure is equal to relative lowering of vapor pressure is equal to mole fraction of non-volatile solute. Non-volatile solute in the solution. Non-volatile solute in the solution. That is another statement of Raoult's law. And this is for non-volatile solutes. The former one we have already seen, that is for volatile components. Both the components are volatile. Now we come to another statement of Raoult's law. And that's for a solution containing a non-volatile solute in a volatile solvent. And the relation is this. Relative lowering of vapor pressure is equal to mole fraction of the non-volatile solute in the solution. So we can write the relation like this. You know what is a relative lowering? Relative lowering is equal to PA0 minus PA by PA0. PA0, that is relative lowering of vapor pressure. PA0 minus PA by PA0. But here, PA0 minus PA, that is equal to delta P. That is a lowering of vapor pressure, delta P. Or we can call it as delta PA. Okay, it's all right. Delta P or delta PA divided by, say that is divided by PA0. PA0. The board is not properly kept by the previous teacher. That's the problem. So delta P by PA0, that is relative lowering of vapor pressure. And this is equal to, that is equal to mole fraction of the solute. Mole fraction is X. If A is the solvent, suppose A is the solvent, B is the solute. So mole fraction of the solute is equal to XB or X2, XB or X2. And this is the relation between the relative lowering of vapor pressure, the relative lowering of vapor pressure and relative lowering of vapor pressure and mole fraction of the solute. Relative lowering of vapor pressure and mole fraction of the solute. First of all, remember A is the solvent and B is the solute. Okay, A is the solvent and B is the solute. Okay, or 1 is the solvent, 2 is the solute. All right. Now, relative lowering of vapor pressure PA0 minus PA by PA0, which in turn is equal to delta P by PA0. That is relative lowering. That's equal to XB, where XB is mole fraction of the solute, where XB is equal to mole fraction, you're right, mole fraction of solute, mole fraction of a solute, mole fraction of solute. XB is equal to mole fraction of the solute. So we have got another equation here. Previously, we had an equation, two equations we had, not two, three equations. Same. PA is equal to PA0 into XA. Then PB is equal to PB0 into XB. Then XA plus XB is equal to 1. Now, a new equation comes here. That is for relative lowering of vapor pressure and the mole fraction of the solute. And the relation is this. PA0 minus PA by PA0 is equal to delta P by PA0. That is equal to XB, where delta P by PA0 or PA0 minus PA by PA0, that's equal to relative lowering of vapor pressure. And XB, that is equal to mole fraction of the solute. Do you get me? Got it? Hari, Achu, Steffi. All right. So a new relation like this. PA0 minus PA by PA0, that is relative lowering of vapor pressure. That's equal to mole fraction of the non-volatile solute XB. XB. Okay. From this relation, we can calculate the molecular mass of a non-volatile solute. From the relative lowering of vapor pressure, we can get an equation for molecular mass of a non-volatile solute that can be obtained from this relation. This relation can be rearranged to get molecular mass of a non-volatile solute. So we can think of that relation. So equation 4, from this relation, we are going to substitute XB, that's all. What is XB? XB is equal to NB by Na plus NB. For a dilute solution, you need not write this. This part you need not write. See, come to this. I shall write that. Okay. You need not write this part. This much is enough for you. I'm going to clarify this, that's all. You know, XB is equal to mole fraction of the solute is equal to NB. You should not write NB by Na plus NB. Na plus NB. Oh. Na plus NB. That is Na plus NB. That is XB. But for a dilute solution, number of moles of the solute is very small, extremely small. So NB is a very small value, so that Na plus NB is approximately equal to Na. For a very dilute solution, the number of moles of the solute is a very small value. That means NB is a very small value. So Na plus NB is approximately equal to, Na, because NB is a negligibly small value. So this is approximately equal to NB by Na, and this is for a very dilute solution. I repeat, XB. All of you, do you hear all these things? Do you
Yes, sir.
follow all these things?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Why you are not seen here? And I am also going to hide. Not only my face, the whole board I am going to hide it, so that you can hear only. Is it enough? Can you can you write it from the cloud? So everything is stored in the cloud nowadays. Can you write it from the cloud? Okay. Hari, Anna. Okay. You come to this. The red letters you need not write. You need not write. You need not write too much in the notes. Say XB is the mole fraction of the solute. Agreed, Hari? Agreed. And what is XB? XB is equal to number of moles of B by total number of moles, Na plus Nb. Is it okay? Now, for a very dilute solution, Nb is a very small value. Nb is a very small value. So Nb can be neglected for a very dilute solution, so that Na plus Nb, that is equal to Na plus Nb is equal to approximately equal to Na. I shall show you an example for this. You please don't write this. Say, suppose Na is equal to 0.999. Suppose. Oh, I cannot write it here. Okay. It is a, suppose Na is equal to 0.999. Okay. Nb is equal to 0.001. Suppose, very dilute solution. So, what is Na plus Nb? You can say it is equal to 1. You can say it is equal to 1. Let it be a very small value. So, it is approximately equal to Na. So, Nb can be neglected. Or you can take this as again. I am going to reduce the value still. 0.001. Suppose 0.001, that is NB. A very dilute solution. So what will be Na plus Nb? Achu, Na plus Nb, that is approximately equal to, come on, approximately equal to Na. So
Yes,
for
sir.
a very dilute solution, Na plus Nb is approximately equal to Nb by Na for a very dilute solution. And what is Nb? What is Nb? Number of moles. What is number of moles? Emmanuel, how will you get number of moles? Mass by, tell me, mass by?
Molar mass.
Yes, correct. Mass by molar mass. If it is so, what is Nb? Mass of B, Wb by molar mass, Mb. Please don't write all this. The, the red part, you should not write. Uh, the volume of the notes will be increased. That is not needed. No derivation is not needed. It's not needed. No derivation is needed here. We need only the equations. I'm going to show how is this obtained. That's all. So NB is equal to mass of a B, WB, by its molecular mass, MB, that is the solute. And this is divided by Na, mass of A, WA, by molar mass of Ma. So WB by MB by WA by Ma. What is it? That is equal to XB. That is equal to XB. And that is equal to what? That's equal to the relative lowering. So much we have got. You rearrange this. When you rearrange this, what will happen? We'll get WB by MB into MA by MA by WB, sorry, MA by WA. Is it not? WB by MB into MA by WA, where A stands for solvent and B stands for solute. Okay. And this is the final value we have got. And this value, that is XB, that is equal to XB. And this is equal to what? That's equal to the relative lowering. So from the relative lowering, also we will get an equation for MB, that is a molar mass of the solute. Say PA0 minus PA by PA0 is equal to WB by MB into MA by WA. From that, we can calculate the molar mass of the non-volatile solute. See the relation? PA0 minus PA by PA0 is equal to delta P by PA0. That's equal to, now we are going to substitute XB. In the place of XB, we are going to substitute WB by MB into MA by WA. So what will be the relation? Let us see the relation, the final relation. Please wait. Should not write now. Please wait. Okay. So the relation will get the form like this. PA0 minus PA by PA0, that is relative lowering of vapor pressure. That's equal to delta P by PA0. Here, delta P is the lowering of vapor pressure. And this is equal to, that is equal to mole fraction of the solute XB. But for XB, we have a relation like this. That is a W for XB, WB by MB into MA by WA. We had a relation like this. For XB, we had a relation WB by MB into MA by WA. From that, we can find out the molecular mass of the solute. So you can write this final value. Emmanuel, this is not the resting time. So we can get the final equation for molecular mass. So you write that equation from that relation. MB is equal to, what will be? WB by, I'm going to rearrange it, WA into MA by MA by, we are going to take WB, WA and MA on the right hand side. And you have taken MB to the left hand side. Now what is on the left hand side is taken the right hand side. So what will happen? So this portion will be in the numerator. So this will be PA0 minus PA by PA0 by PA0 by PA0. That is the relation obtained finally. Or this is equal to, that is equal to WB by WA into MA by PA0 minus PA, that is equal to delta P by PA0. That is the relation for the molecular mass. That is the equation for molecular mass. So you write only this equation. Write only this equation, the final equation. That is for molecular mass of the solute. So in this equation, so which are the terms? MB, MB is equal to molar mass of solute. Molar mass of solute, non-volatile solute, MB. Then WB, that is equal to mass of solute, mass of solute. Then MA, that is molar mass of solvent, molar mass of solvent, A for solvent, molar mass of solvent. Then WA, that is equal to mass of solvent, mass of solvent. Then what is PA0? PA0 is equal to vapor pressure of solvent, vapor pressure of a solvent, vapor pressure of a solvent. PA0, vapor pressure of a pure solvent. And what is PA? PA is equal to vapor pressure of a solution, vapor pressure of a solution. So we need only this relation, molecular mass relation. So molecular mass can be obtained from the relative lowering of vapor pressure. Relative lowering of vapor pressure. And that is from the Raoult's law. Raoult's law for non-volatile solutes. The equation is MB is equal to WB by WA into MA by PA0 minus PA by PA0, or delta P by PA0. And that is the relative lowering of vapor pressure. So from the relative lowering of vapor pressure, we can calculate molecular mass of a solute. Okay, non-volatile solute. Now let us, this will not be asked. Problems will be asked. So let us try to solve a problem based on this. You write a problem. You write a problem. Vapor pressure of, you write, vapor pressure of pure benzene, vapor pressure of pure benzene, so that is the solvent. There are problem. We have a problem here. See, vapor pressure of a pure benzene is 0.850 bar. 0.850 bar. Bar is a unit of pressure. Unit of pressure. You know, atmosphere, bar, Pascal, centimeter, millimeter. All these are the various units for pressure. And the very commonly used units are atmosphere, bar, and Pascal. Atmosphere, bar, and Pascal. So these are the very common units for pressure. Okay. So vapor pressure of a pure benzene is 0.850 bar. Full stop. A non-volatile, a non-volatile, 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 non-electrolytes, non-electrolytes, non-volatile, non-electrolytes, electrolyte, non-electrolyte. It is not an electrolyte. That means the solute will not dissociate into ions. The solute will not dissociate into ions. That is a non-electrolyte. Non-electrolyte solid, non-electrolyte solid, weighing 0.5 gram, weighing 0.5 gram, 0.5 gram, when added to 39 gram of benzene, when added into 39 gram of benzene, 39 gram of benzene, 39 gram of benzene, molecular mass 78 gram per mole. Molecular mass 78 gram per mole. 78 gram per mole. That is a molecular mass of benzene. 78 gram per mole. Full stop. Vapor pressure of the solution is, vapor pressure of the solution. Vapor pressure of the solution. Solution is 0.845. 0.845 bar. Vapor pressure of the solution. What is the molecular mass of the solid? What is molecular mass? Molecular mass of the solid. It's a very simple problem. Solid. Very simple. Only the problems will be asked, not the equations. So the molecular mass of the solid should be found out from the vapor pressure. Say you are given vapor pressure of benzene, vapor pressure of the solution. So immediately here you must strike the point. The molecular mass is from the vapor pressure concepts. Lowering of vapor pressure, relative lowering of vapor pressure. So from that we have to find out the molar mass. So what is the equation? You write the equation. Always you must write the equation first. When a problem is asked, before you solve the problem, you must write the relevant equation first. Not only for chemistry, but also for physics and mathematics also. In mathematics also, there are equations. There are equations, dy by dx. D by dx of x, d by dx of log x, d by dx of e raised to x. Such terms are there. So first you write the relevant equation. So we have to find out the molecular mass from the vapor pressure. So you write the equation for molecular mass. Molecular mass Mb is equal to, do you remember the equation? You write the equation WB by WA into then MA. Oh, okay. MB is equal to WB by WA into MA by, that is from relative lowering. So what is the equation? PA0 minus PA by PA0. PA0. Oh, that is the equation. Now we substitute the values. Which or values are given here? WB, that is mass of the solute. What is the mass of the solute? Mass 0.5 gram. 0.5 by then WA, mass of the solvent. The solvent is benzene. What is the mass of the solvent? 39. 39 gram into molar mass of MA, molar mass of the solvent. The solvent is benzene. What is the molecular mass of benzene? 78. Or you can calculate molecular formula is C6H6, benzene. C6H6. If the molecular mass is not directly given, if it is not directly given, you have to calculate. For which you must know the molecular mass formula. C6H6. So molecular mass, fortunately it is given here 78 by PA0 minus PA. What is PA0? PA0 is, what is it? It is the vapor pressure of a pure solvent. What is the value? By 0.850 minus then PA, vapor pressure of the solution, 0.845. 845. Okay. And that is divided by PA0. That is vapor pressure of a pure solvent, and that is equal to 0.850. 850. And that is the substitution. And this is equal to, just rearrange, 0.5 by 39 into, okay, 78 by, what is the difference? 0.850 minus 0.845. The difference is, I don't know. You say, Emmanuel? 0.005. 0.005 into, you can take 0.85 to the numerator, 0.85. Now you simplify. You will get the molecular mass. Some of them will be cancelling. And what will be the value? Find it out. What is the unit molecular mass? Either gram per mole, or you write U. Gram per mole or U. Gram per mole, or you can write U. You can write U. What is the value? Very simple thing. Anybody has got it? You simplify. Do it fast. Achu. What is the value?
170.
What is it?
170 gram per mole.
170. 170 gram per mole. Or 170 U. 170 gram per mole. Or 170 U. That is the molecular mass of the solute. So here we have to remember 2 points. And the 2 points are this. One is Raoult's law for non-volatile solutes. Raoult's law for non-volatile solutes. Second one is the equation for molar mass from relative lowering. So what is the Raoult's law for non-volatile solutes? What is it? The relative lowering of vapor pressure is equal to mole fraction of the solute XB. That is the Raoult's law for non-volatile solutes. From that, we'll get an equation. That is PA0 minus PA by PA0. That is relative lowering. Is it not, Gauri? PA0 minus PA by PA0. That is relative lowering. That's equal to delta P by PA0 again. And that's equal to X2 or XB. Okay, XB, where XB is mole fraction of the solute. Component B, solute. Okay, that is the first point you have to remember. The second point is, from this, we can calculate the molecular mass of a non-volatile solute. And you have to remember an equation that is from relative lowering. Molecular mass of the solute MB. Anthony, you complete it. Molecular mass of a solute MB is equal to, Anthony, how can we calculate the molecular mass? Come on.
Molecular mass.
MB is equal to
WB by
WB by WA into MA by
PA0 minus
PA0 minus PA by PA0. Okay, PA0. So using that equation, we can calculate molecular mass of a non-volatile solute. Achu, have you got any doubt? No? Any doubt?
No, no, sir.
Okay. Yeah, I thought that you were going to ask something. I saw you were raising your hand there. Okay, it's all right. So only 2 points you have studied till now. One is a relative lowering of vapor pressure is equal to mole fraction of the non-volatile solute. Second one, equation for molecular mass, molar mass. MB, B is the solute. MB is equal to WB by WA into MA by PA0 minus PA by PA0, where A stands for solvent and B stands for solute. So, MB, molecular mass of the solute. MB, MA, molecular mass of the solvent. It may be directly given. If it is not directly given, you have to calculate using the formula, molecular formula. Only the familiar solvents will be given, like water or a chloroform or as a benzene, like that. Very simple, familiar solvents will be given. So from the molecular formula, we can calculate the molar mass of the solvent. No problem in that. Then PA0, that is a vapor pressure of a pure solvent. and PA, vapor pressure of the solution. Based on this, problems will be asked. Is it all right? Any problem? Any problem? Do you find this? Find this with this? No. Is it all right? Next, we have to see the other colligative property, that is elevation of boiling point. I shall begin with elevation of boiling point. You know, what is boiling point? Question, Dia, what is boiling point?
When atmospheric pressure becomes equal to boiling.
The temperature. Boiling point is a temperature. Freezing point is a temperature. You must say that first. Okay. So the temperature at which, the rest you say. The rest you say, Dia?
The temperature at which atmospheric pressure becomes equal to boiling.
Vapor pressure becomes equal to atmospheric pressure. Okay, it's all right. Atmospheric, the vapor pressure of the liquid becomes equal to atmospheric pressure. That temperature is the boiling point. Okay. You know, water boils at 100 degrees Celsius. Or we can say it boils at 373 Kelvin or 373.5 Kelvin, boiling point of water. 100 degrees Celsius, what boils? Pure water. Or say you add a 273 or a 273.15. 273.15 is added. That is more correct value. Or you need only 273. That will do. Okay. So the boiling point of water, pure water, is equal to 100 degrees Celsius or 373 Kelvin. Or to be more exact, 373.15 Kelvin. That's boiling point of water. Now, you add Malavika, Lydia, Anjali, Anthony, Vidur, Shivani. Shivani is there. You are there? I cannot see you. Oh, Alvin is ready. Okay. So, what happens when a non-volatile solute is added into a solvent? What happens to the vapor pressure? You tell me, Vidur. A non-volatile solute is added, then what happens to the vapor pressure?
Vapor pressure decreases.
Decreased. Now, vapor pressure is lowered. If vapor pressure is lowered, what will happen to the boiling point? You make use of your own brain. You will get the answer. You say, if a vapor pressure is lowered, what will happen to the boiling point? Will it
Increases.
increases?
Increases.
Lower the vapor pressure, higher the boiling point, and vice versa. Higher the vapor pressure, lower the boiling point. Do you remember? Azeotrope with a minimum boiling point, negative deviation. Azeotrope with a positive deviation. Azeotrope with a maximum boiling point, then negative deviation. You've seen that. So vapor pressure increases, boiling point decreases. Higher the vapor pressure, lower is the boiling point. So Vidur has said that when a non-volatile solute is added into a solvent, the boiling point is complete. Anybody? Boiling point is, you say, increased or decreased or will remain the same. Adi, come on. Boiling point is
Increased.
Increased. Boiling point is increased. Anthony, when a non-volatile solute dissolves in a solvent, vapor pressure decreases, and so boiling point increases. Boiling point increases. So the solution will have higher boiling point compared to the solvent. and the difference in the boiling points of a solution and solvent. That is called elevation of boiling point. More details we can see in the next class. For the time being, let me stop. Thank you.